Okay, welcome back guys to It's Engineering Time. Today, or this is gonna probably be part one because the glue is gonna have to dry, but we are making a cutting board we have some oak, cherry, big piece of cherry, and this nice big chunk of walnut. We're gonna be making a cutting board. Walnut, cherry, maybe oak, we don't know. Well, I don't know. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing today. Okay guys, so now we are going to cut the pieces of wood down to the right thickness. I'm doing like a butcher block, so it's going to be 1-inch cubes of different colored wood. So I got cherry and walnut. I'm probably just gonna use cherry and walnut. And so they're gonna be 1-inch cubes. This is 1 inch. Let's get cutting. Remember, always use your safety equipment. And don't wear a sweatshirt, or if you are, roll up your sleeves. Okay, we got our piece of wood. Don't like how it's behind the spinning blade. That's not safe. That's fine. Now we got our nice, look at that, nice grain in there of an awesome walnut. It's awesome. Okay, so now we gotta do this a bunch more times. Okay, we got all the walnut cut. A lot of pieces. Now we're gonna cut the cherry. Okay guys, so now we're going to be taking these and taking the rough edge off. Yeah, let's get started. Okay. Oh, that's really smooth. Now, as you can see, it's nice and smooth. Yeah. So now we're going to cut the cherry up and do pretty much the exact same thing. Okay, now we're cutting this edge off of the cherry and we're gonna make them into strips. Okay, now we're going to cut it down to size so we can use it. Now we have our nice piece of cut wood. Okay, now that we have everything cut down to size, we're going to cut. I changed my mind from cubes to make it like a checkerboard, that we're just gonna do strips because this needs to fit in my laser cutter and it's a lot harder to do cubes. So we're just gonna do strips, but these are gonna be 1-inch strips. It's gonna be 8 inches by like 12 or 7 inches by 12. So I'm gonna do 4 of these, either 3 or 4 of the cherries. So we're gonna cut the cherry first, and yeah, here we go. now that we got our cherry cut, we're gonna do our walnut. Nice and smooth. And we're just gonna glue these together like that. You can see through, that's not good. Now with our walnut. Okay, now that we have all our pieces of wood cut, we're going to glue the strips together. And then we're going to smooth out the top with the, I'm going to use a router. Okay guys, so now we're going to use my wood glue. It looks like normal glue, but trust me, this is wood glue. So we're going to okay, now that now we just gotta wait for them to be done. So yeah, okay, so now they're all glued and we're gonna wait for them to all be done and then either make a part 2 or this will be just one long video. Okay, it's been a couple days. It's been like a week actually, and it's all dried. So now we're going to make it super flat and I'm gonna use a router because I don't have a planer. Okay, so we're just gonna take a little bit off like the glue. It's really low right now. Also, this is the router table. It's a table router that I took off the legs because I didn't have a jig. So I made a jig with 2 pieces of angle iron. Just gonna smooth it. It has a non-slip thing. Push that down. We're just taking off the very top, like these bumpy pieces of glue. Here we go. Okay, so we started it. I'm not gonna videotape the rest of me doing this because it takes forever. So, yeah. We're gonna have to sand it at the end because I don't have a planer. I wish I had a planer. I have a jointer. I got a brand new jointer that's kind of broken. As you can see, there's the old one near the punching bag, and then the new one, it's, I don't know. It's brand new. Not really. It's used, but it's new to us. So I can do joiners now. I can do joints that are much flatter than with that thing and not just salt. So that will be probably a next video. This, I'm going to get a planer sometime. I'm going to. It's going to kill me if I don't. So yeah, this is going to take forever. We'll cut back when it is fixed. Okay guys, so we used the router. It's very smooth now. Oh, it's not, it's flat now. Now we're going to make it smooth. We're going to use 120. That's on the sand through right now. 120, and then we'll use 220 grit to finish it. Let's go. After this, we're going to cut off the sides, and then we're going to laser cut it, and then cover it in oil, and then we'll be done. Okay, so now that it's sanded, we're going to chop off the ends, sand the ends, and then I'm going to bring it inside and then bring it right back outside. But I got to make it moist, and then the grain will come up so we can re-sand it to make sure it's super flat. So let's do this. Also, this is not the right thing that a table saw. Table saws need to cut with the grain. I'm cutting against the grain, and it makes it very dangerous. So don't do this. Okay. It's 12 by 8 now. That's a pretty good small cutting board size, I feel like. And then I gotta sand the rest. And there we go, it's almost done. Looks great. Okay, now we're gonna sand down the edges. This one I gotta be careful with. So we're gonna do this carefully. Oh, it's so nice and smooth. Look at that. Looks great. This cutting board is coming together really well. No burn marks anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna go moisten it real quick. I'll bring it back out and then we'll sand it some more. Lots of sanding. Okay, so I moistened it and the grain came up, and now it's not smooth. So we gotta smooth it back out. But instead of 120, I am going to be using 220 because it's pretty fine. My dad said the finer the better. I have this for the sand, so that's what I'm going to use. Okay, now that that's done, it's all nice and flat again. Now we're going to be using the routing table. You can put it up. My dad has the routing table. And we're going to do a 1/4 round fillet. It's going to look good, hopefully. As you can see, there's some knots in it. That's fine, they look good. Okay, so we're gonna put a 1/4 round on the top, right here, and here, just on the sides. Yeah. I mean, there's some burning.
Yeah, that's fine. You guys
Okay. Looks pretty good. There's a nice rounded edge now. Burnt it a little bit, but I'll fix that with some light sanding. Okay, so we got it all flattened and nice and smooth, right? And now we're going to laser cut it in our OhmTech laser that we have. It's going to be at 15% laser power. Also, this is what we're cutting, a crab. I would have showed you how to put it on there, but this computer will not run a webcam because it's an older one. So yeah, we're using laser DRW number 3. It's not the best laser software, but it works. So yeah, let's get this thing running. So I'm gonna show you what to do from here. So we're going to, it's centered there. We're doing engraving. It says engraving. Sunk in 50 millimeters a second. We're doing top and all that stuff. I didn't change any of this. But then we're gonna start. Good. And down there, it's going through it. There it goes. And it's cutting. So after a little bit, there will be a crab cut into our board. Yay! It takes forever, so I'm not going to show you the full process. Okay guys, we're almost done with this. It's going super slow, but look so far, it looks pretty good. It's right where we want it to be. And yeah, I hope it finishes correctly. Okay guys, so it's done laser cutting. The crab looks great. There's a weird pattern that it did, but that's fine. But it looks really good. I gotta get it, I have to put the oil on, like a butcher block oil, and we'll do that, and then it'll be done. It's gonna look great. Okay, so the last step of this is we're going to be staining it. I'm using this, the top's open, so I'm not gonna tilt it. It's a butcher block stain. So yeah, this is the last step. Let's go. Cannot wait, it's gonna look great. We're doing the back first. And then we'll do the front. Okay, I'm done. Okay guys, thank you for watching this video about making a cutting board. It was very fun. It looks great, and like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.